Welcome back to another Canon Quick Shot, a quick review of a non-comic book or superhero movie. I'm your host, Terry, and today I'm reviewing Blumhouse's Upgrade. I'm sorry, I get a real blank right there. But anyway, Upgrade, starring Logan Marshall Green, who people are starting to call all types of names. Discount Tom Hardy, calling him Tom Hardly. And it was another one, but he looks like Tom Hardy. He looks a lot like Tom Hardy, especially in this movie. But Upgrade was one that had a lot of buzz coming through the film festival circuit. It was picked out by Blumhouse and, people were real excited about it. And then it dropped a Red Band trailer earlier this year that just set the whole internet on fire. I mean, I heard of the name, but when the trailer came out, it was just everything I watched. Everybody was just like, that's the craziest trailer. You have to go see it. So, of course, it was hyped up when I saw it, and I still thought the trailer was, pretty cool. But it was so hyped up that I wasn't buzzing like everybody else. But I was like, okay, I definitely want to check this out, because when I hear Blumhouse, however you pronounce it, I think horror movies. I mean, they produce Get Out and stuff like that. That's more thriller. And I see that they are putting out things that aren't like straight gore and horror, but things that are more, within the realm of horror, thrillers and, political commentary, social commentary, things of that nature. And so I was really excited to see them give this action horror, almost superhero horror type, feel. So, going into it, I was really excited. And then, I would have to say, I like the movie. I think overall, the story's pretty sloppy and, full of plot holes, and, the pacing, is not even. It starts off like a very slow burner. And then once it picks up for the rest of the movie. But, there's a lot of cool things in it, but there's a lot of negative parts too. For me, I just give it a lot of points for its pure creativity. If you saw the trailer or you heard the concept, the premise, then you know that this was, I wouldn't say super ambitious, but it was different. And so I think they executed that pretty well, with the way they did some expert, camera work with the fight scenes and different things of that nature. The problem is you don't get a lot of it, but when you do get it, it's pretty cool. I would say this movie just kind of rests on the surface of its premise and the story, and it doesn't dig into it. And there's some themes and suggestions that you could really get into, because this movie takes place a little bit in the future. And, you got a guy that's not all about technology, who ends up having to be pretty much all technology. And so there's a lot of things you could have dipped into that they really didn't. And, besides our main character, Gray, none of the characters get any real flesh, like none of them. Gray, they did a good job. They showed a lot about him and his journey, and that was the slow burner part. But everybody else, you didn't get much from them at all. The story, like I said, was kind of all over the place. Yeah, but it's a little bit of everything. There's some dark humor in there, some action in there. There's some gory, gruesome stuff in there. Some sci-fi. It's a little, it's all over the place. And I usually don't like weird movies, but, this one definitely, I think, had enough of everything else to make it feel like a balanced movie. So for me, it was like a little bit of iRobot. Definitely some Blade Runner type feel to it. But also it was a couple of movies. There's a tad hint of Ready Player One in there. You'll see. And, so just kind of different, sci-fi movies we've seen before. And, it's predictable, unfortunately. I hear people saying they predicted. Some people saying people were lying. I predicted it from the very beginning. The couple twists that happened, from the very beginning of the movie, I predicted. And I thought the film tipped its hand. But hey, I'm good at predicting. I've always been good at that. So maybe it was just me. But to me, it seemed predictable. So, I like the performance by Logan Marshall Green. Was great. Absolutely amazing. I don't know if it was him doing all the physical movements or if that was some camera tricks, but at some point he did some of the physical stuff, and I thought he was great. He was great at showing emotion, all that. The rest of the performances, take it or leave it. But again, like I said, the points for creativity and all that. But overall, I'm gonna give it a 78, C+. Really was teetering on the edge of a B-, but the more I hear, people talk about the story, the more I think about the story, the more you ask questions, the more it's like, that didn't make sense. So, I gotta give it a 78, C+. But I would definitely say it's something worth going out to see, especially right now. It's, definitely entertaining. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. Go to the comment section if you've seen Upgrade, or what did you think about it. If you want to see it, what are you expecting? Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around if you heard it here. It's official canon.